Hey, Naeem, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Steven? How you doing?
Good, good. Hey, this is kind of a technical question, but I know I was reading about these mesh plays that you guys use and other teams use, on those shallow crossers. I think you scored both your touchdowns on them on Sunday. I know you weren't in there on those plays, but are you guys just, I understand you guys are really good at those plays, and it seems like you have a lot of success with them. Why is that? Why do you think that is?
I think we just have a lot of success of it because of the detail. Coach Frank and Coach Nick are really big on our route disciplines and the detail of the routes. And in football, that's what really wins games. It's not, the players, so to say, because we're all good, but it's the detail and technique. And that's really why we're great at it, because we just execute the detail and technique of the routes.
Stephen Holder, are you good? Okay. Zach Kiefer?
What's up, Nyheim? I wanted to ask you about Kenny Moore, and I know you're on the other side of the ball, but I'm just curious from your perspective. You see a lot of defensive film, and then you play against him. How much of a pain in the butt would it be to play against a guy like that, who tackles really well in the open field, who blitzes the quarterback, who can break up passes? I feel like he's like one of the more underappreciated players in the league.
Absolutely. Kenny, I'm a huge fan of Kenny Moore, and even in the building we kind of joke, and Kenny's like Nyheim's the offensive version of me, and and that's how I feel. He just has that dog mentality. He's a little guy, underrated and underappreciated, but in that building we respect him, and he fights and claws for everything, like that interception. And shoot, even going against him in practice, he's real hard. Blocking him on force, we have problems. Covering, he's hard. He's hard to get off and win routes on, like he showed on Sunday. So everything everybody's seeing is what we've seen in practice, and all of us in that building are huge fans of Kenny Moore. We really appreciate him.
Mike Chappell?
I'm kind of curious. You've been kind of biding your time on returns to break one, and you sort of broke two on Sunday, and they're both called back. Watching tape, were they legit calls? And how frustrating is it when you're way down the other end of the field and you see a flag on the field?
I'm not really sure about the exact hold. I'm not going to say they're ticky-tack or not, but it's just based on what the ref sees and what the ref calls. And whatever he calls, he's the one in power. And truly, especially after last year, I knew that I was going to have to wait my time. And teams may not kick me the ball, and I may have to wait some time. So I've been weathering some storms, just trying to go back there and be smart with the ball every time and not take chances. But it's been really great to first off get it going, get it starting, especially with 4 to 5 games left, and get that momentum going. And yes, it is really, really frustrating that those flags happen, but it's still on tape. And I was a little bit frustrated after the game on Monday, but even today, looking at the film, they may or may not count it, but it's still on film and they still happen. So I'm going to look at that, harp on that. And, we finally, even before the meeting, Zaire Franklin was even saying that we need to get that return game going and get me going. So that's what happened, even if it didn't count. And, that's what we're going to look at it as. And we have a great opportunity this week going forward.
George Bremer?
Nyheim, as a special teams unit, are you guys playing a little bit for Rigo now? Are you trying to make him Proud Boys out?
Of course, yes. Of course. I actually saw Rigo today. I haven't seen him since, all the news broke. And, of course, Rigo's one of our leaders. Rigo's been here since we all got here, Frank and everybody as a staff. And, every week we think about him. There's not a day we don't mention him or, think about him. So, obviously, we were a great special teams unit before that, and we have a great team and a great core unit, and there's no need to say that we don't need any more motivation. So obviously, we're going to play even harder and execute even better. And even though Rigo's not there every Sunday right now, he's been there in spirit. He's watching the game, so that's really what we're thinking about. That's what makes us happy.
Kevin Bone?
Hey, Nyheim. When AC isn't in the lineup, how much more is kind of on you guys as running backs plate of, hey, we need to go help out, chip a little bit, you be conscious of that left side before we go out on route trees?
Obviously it's we're conscious of it when AC's not in, but truthfully, even if AC's in, that's something Coach Rathman harps on, having our eyes and our feet right in the right spot, not taking steps down so we can get out on the chip. So obviously AC's a great player and AC's awesome, but truthfully, like, we really have that same mindset of AC's in or out. Like, as a running back unit, we're trying to get out and chip that guy just to help the guy out, because there have been times where we can go out and chip the guy and the ball's out before AC or the right tackle has to touch him. So that's really, as a running back group, that's something that we've taken pride on. And obviously with AC and LaRaven out right now, I'm not sure if AC is going to play or not. I don't know any of that stuff, but I know LaRaven's out. So the next guy up, we're going to even be more conscious of it now.
Olivia Ray.
Nyheim, I have two for you real quick. One on how it makes you feel to see Frank be so aggressive in his play calls. If you like that, dislike that as a player on the field.
I mean, shoot, obviously as a player, we like it. We all trust Frank. What Frank sees is what we're going to go with. And, we go as far as Frank and Phillip. Those are the guys. That's the brains of the operation. That's the brains of the offense. So whatever they see or whatever they feel, obviously they're calling it for a reason. We have nothing but 100% trust in them. So obviously there are games where Frank comes out more aggressive than other games, but shoot, a play action pass to TY in the first play of the game, TY catches it. That's a great start. That's a great spark. And, we love that.
Speaking of spark, Jonathan Taylor has been able to find the last couple of games. Do you think this three-headed monster can carry you guys the rest of the way?
Of course. I think, I think myself, Jordan, Jonathan, we have a great backfield. And I'm excited. And like I told you guys this whole year, that JT's a hell of a player. So I'm excited to see him, finally getting his stride, making that, fourth down catch for a touchdown. It's huge. And we need him, myself, and Jordan to win. As a running back unit, I think we've been playing great, but we obviously have to keep getting better. And if we just keep executing and keep getting better, I think the sky's the limit for us.
We'll go two more. Joel Erickson.
Hey, Nyheim, does George Odom need to be getting more attention for leading the league in special team tackles?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I vouch for George for Pro Bowl specialist. That's how we got in the NFL. Obviously, he was an undrafted safety from Arkansas, Central Arkansas, and that's how we made the team. And ever since he got here the same year I got here. So ever since I've been here, he's just had a nose for the ball and always been around and one of the best special teams player in the NFL. And him, Zaire, Matt, we have EJ. We have a lot of great guys who are just ballers on the special team unit, and none of them really get the props that that they deserve. But everybody in that building watches film, and we know the importance. And the teams that play us, I'm sure the Houston Texans, the Raiders, I'm sure they're talking about George and Zaire and all the guys we have. So obviously he needs to get more recognition. But obviously I think he's just going to keep making his plays, and that time will come.
We'll go last question, Jim Aiello.
And Nyheim, I know this offense likes throwing the ball to running backs a lot, but I was wondering, would you expect maybe even more targets, a bigger share for you in the backs with a guy like Anthony Costanzo out, just because Philip Rivers likes getting rid of the ball really quick anyway, but now maybe even faster going forward?
Truthfully, I haven't thought about it. They call their running back routes for me. Sometimes I catch the ball and it's a check down, but my job is to go out there and execute. And when you have a route, check the protection, get out on the route, the ball comes to me. When there's a play call for me to win, I got to go win. So I'm not gonna sit here and even honestly say that I thought about getting more catches. I think when the balls come to me, I've done a great job catching it, and hopefully the ball comes to me some more. And if it doesn't, and I get 2 or 3 targets like I did last week, I'm gonna catch every single one of them and try to make something happen.